Hello, it's Father David. I want to tell you about an interesting Uber ride I just had to the airport. My driver was a man from Afghanistan, and I asked him pretty early on in the conversation if he had family that was lost in the war, and he said, in fact, he had family who was lost in the war. So we ended up having a conversation on the Afghan National Army, the Taliban, what the Biden regime has done there, the plans for the Trump administration out there. And this was a great conversation for about 10 minutes, and then I really wanted to pray my Psalms, catch up on the divine office, and I didn't really feel like evangelizing. But I remembered the prayer to Mary in consecration that Father Ripperger wrote, to really just give everything of all your heart, mind, desires, past, present, future, all your faculties, all your relationships to Jesus through Mary. And so I just said a quick prayer, even though I was very tired. I said, Mary, I give you this conversation. I consecrate this conversation to you, Blessed Mother Mary, in my mind. And what came into my mind at that point wasn't really direct evangelization. What I did is I told him about an Al Jazeera article that I had recently read. I at least read the translation from the Arabic to the English, and I'm going to link that in the show notes if I can find it here, or the second tweet if I put this on Twitter. And I told him about an Al Jazeera interview where, and again, this is an Arabic Muslim production that shows 6 million Muslims are becoming Christian every year. The same article says every hour, 667 Muslims become Christian. And I was pretty tired. I didn't really expect the conversation to go anywhere. And I just left it in Our Lady's hands. And I wrote down, after I got out of the car, what he said so I could share this as directly as I could with you all. He said, yeah, remember, I'm in the back, he's driving in the front. The man from Afghanistan says, I would like to talk to you about this. This morning I prayed I would have money so I could travel the world and talk to people about different religions all over the world. I'm Muslim, but I kind of lost my faith. And so I said, oh, be happy to give you my cell phone. So we exchanged cell phones when he dropped me off. I gave him a Miraculous Medal on a chain, explained who it was. He was very, very thankful for that. And I promised him when I come back from out of the country, I said, are you an Afghan who likes coffee or Afghan who likes tea? He said, coffee. I said, well, I'm a tea man myself, but we'll figure out what to do. And so there's 2 points I'm making in this video. One, even if you're tired, give that conversation to Our Lady, because she wants to bring people to her son even more than you or me. And so she can work with tired people who aren't the best evangelists like me. And I certainly didn't expect that. I even said to him, I bet when you prayed that this morning, you didn't expect this conversation. And he smiled and basically agreed. But then the other reason I point to this is, even though there's this wacky idea out there of ecumenism that all religions can save you, we know that's not true. And the fact that Catholic missionaries are so few in the world now because they've hung their hat on ecumenism, I think Jesus is doing all this hard work. He's appearing in all these dreams to Muslims because we're not doing that work. But that's exactly the story that came into my mind. So I will link that story so you understand how important it is for Muslims to follow Jesus Christ, the only Savior of the world. Oh, and we did talk about the resurrection, the Trinity, a few of these other topics right before we got to the airport. But the fact that this many Muslims are converting shows, oh, I think that's probably my indication to stop talking. God bless you. Share the faith.